Shakur Stevenson is a first-class fighter, and I don't think it's going to make any difference that he give his title up because of weight difference. He just go to the next division and win that title as well.
People wanted this young, talented, brilliant talent, brilliant defensive fighter, brilliant guy at control and range, Olympic silver medalist, quick hands, technically solid. He finally satisfied the critics, and he mixed offense with the defense.
Terrence, you're here for your little brother this week, yes, in Shakur Stevenson. I've interviewed both of you for years, and you really have kind of built a relationship that a lot of people know about, and some people maybe don't. How good is Shakur Stevenson in your opinion?
He's not good, he's great. You know, Shakur got all the tools and all the abilities to do bigger and better things than me, and that's what I'm hoping for him.
Boxing icons are starting to say something bold about Shakur Stevenson, that he might be one of those rare fighters who simply never gets beaten because his skill level is matched by an almost unreal calm under pressure.
His ground, and he punched, and he still got the better of it with the sweet science, being defensively responsible, but without having to be less entertaining. He was more entertaining. He satisfied people. He made people, they said, that's what we wanted in Shakur. And they got it.
Andre Ward has been especially vocal about Shakur's brilliance, pointing out that Stevenson isn't just talented, he's obsessed with improvement. Ward says Shakur studies boxing like a scholar, stays locked in, trains with discipline, and keeps evolving every step of the way.
Had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man, you know. You also got to trust what he's seeing in there. You know, we're on the outside, you know. But I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better, you know.
What did you see from the outside that he might?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, like I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that he could have touched on, but again, he's in there, you know, so he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not, so you got to trust what he's seeing.
TFMO just couldn't get going.
He put on well, he tried to get going, he just wasn't allowed to. So it's just the distance and range that Shakur has just perfected throughout the years, and then making him pay when he does that discourages him to not want to punch anymore. And I think he was out of answers in the first round. Honestly, I think he didn't really have any answers. When Tio starts doing little certain things with his hands and starts playing the clown game, he out of answers. He's down to just one shot. So Shakur just stayed focused, stayed locked in, and you know, was at 4 divisions now, 26, 30, 35, 40.
Ward also made it clear that we may not have even seen Shakur's true ceiling yet. In his words, we still don't fully know how great Stevenson can become because he's still growing and hasn't even faced every elite challenge available.
Not yet, you know, it's not done yet. He's a great for sure. How great, we gonna see. You know, he got a lot. He can box as long as he wants to box because he don't take punishment, and he's a master boxer. You know what I mean? So. Just excited for him, man. Happy for him, man. You know, it's hard for me to see my brothers fight when I'm not fighting. That's harder to me than actually fighting because I can't help. So I'm just happy it's over, man. I'm happy he got the win and get home to them babies, get that check.
Last one from me. He's in there in the ring with Conor Ben. Do you like that fight for
Absolutely.
Sure?
Yeah.
How do you think that one goes?
Conor's always dangerous. He's gonna come forward, but man, it's gonna look a lot like that. And there's no disrespect to Conor Ben. You know, I respect what he does and how he does it, but the skill set, bro, is different. They say them boxers boring, man. Why they be...
Even Floyd Mayweather has spoken highly of Stevenson. While Floyd didn't outright crown him the best, he did call Shakur the most skilled fighter in the division. Mayweather compared him to Gervonta Davis, saying Tank may be the biggest puncher, but Shakur is the more gifted technician. Floyd even told a younger Stevenson that if anyone had a chance to break his records, it could be him, showing belief in his greatness early on.
Between 130, 135, and 140, they stack, you know, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
Well, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out.
Mike Tyson has also expressed deep admiration for Shakur's style, calling him a true specialist, the kind of boxer who's incredibly hard to beat, even if casual fans don't always understand what they're watching. Tyson explained that Stevenson's fights may not always look explosive, but that's because real boxing is an art. Precision, defense, intelligence, that's what wins at the highest level. Tyson praised Shakur's recent performances, saying he looks flawless with sharp combinations and elite head movement, embodying the classic rule, hit and don't get hit.
If he can't hurt him, that would be my question.
Listen, you don't have to hurt him, you just have to outscore him. You know, Shakur takes a good shot though, you know. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. And it's boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing.
Terence Crawford echoed that same respect, praising Shakur's technical ability and hinting that many fighters quietly avoid him. Crawford suggested that Stevenson is such a difficult stylistic matchup that some opponents hesitate to even step in the ring with him.
The reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that. Just to detour people from being excited to see him fight, because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff, but they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming through.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on. You know, the toughness, the grit, the grind. Like, he's amazing, you know, and tomorrow he will show it.
How do you think it ends tomorrow night? Do you believe that Shakur Stevenson can stop Teofimo Lopez? Because people aren't really talking about that.
Listen, if T.O. get out of line, you know, he can get hurt. You know, but I see Shakur outboxing him to a decision, a unanimous decision.
Deontay Wilder has also given Stevenson major credit, calling him one of the smartest and most technically sharp fighters in boxing today. Wilder highlighted Shakur's ability to manage distance, time shots perfectly, and use defense to completely break an opponent's confidence.
You know what I mean? Shakur is very skillful. He's very smart in the ring, and they come to fight every.
Promoter Eddie Hearn recently came out strongly in Stevenson's corner, calling him one of the most underrated fighters in the sport today. Hearn says people overlook Shakur because he isn't built around knockouts, but around mastery, fundamentals, ring IQ, and defensive control. According to Hearn, Stevenson's ability to neutralize dangerous opponents and dominate rounds makes him a nightmare matchup for anyone, no matter the weight class. He emphasized that winning consistently at the highest level requires a rare kind of greatness that often goes underappreciated.
Massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. At 28 years of age, he's already a 3-division world champion. This is to become a 4-division world champion. Quite remarkable. And Teofimo always rises to the occasion. Sometimes you see a little bit of a lackluster performance when he's not motivated, when there isn't kind of any legacy on the line. This is different. This is a sold-out Madison Square Garden between two of the elite fighters of our generation. And the best thing about this fight is we're seeing them in there.
Stevenson, a 2016 Olympic silver medalist, has stayed unbeaten as a pro and now has moved up to 140 pounds to challenge Teofimo Lopez for world title glory. His elite defense, pinpoint accuracy, southpaw movement, and ring intelligence have made him one of the toughest fighters to solve in any division. Shakur has made it clear he's chasing more than belts. He wants a legacy as one of the greatest boxers ever, willing to face the biggest challenges to prove it.
The fight with T.O. is either going to be you delivering a masterclass,
or a knockout by T.O.
Yeah, or you getting into some type of brawl with T.O. and end up getting knocked out, right? What are fans getting wrong about the matchup?
I think the fans is getting wrong about the matchup is where I'm not sleeping on that I know about T.O. T.O.'s a good boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He's boxer first. So we could say, oh, he's just going to knock you out. Or he's just going to... That's not him. He's boxing first. He's going to want to establish distance and range on the outside and try to beat me up on the outside. So I think that's the main thing. And also the biggest thing that everybody don't realize with me, I can punch.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody say, oh, he can't punch, and then boom, crack somebody, and then they laying down, or something may happen to where they hurt or something like that. So I think that's two big things where they don't understand.
Stevenson's showing against Lopez was nothing short of spectacular, a 12-round domination that may be one of the best performances of his career. He controlled every moment with sharp defense, elite jabs, and perfect counters. Lopez could barely land clean, while Shakur picked him apart round after round. All three judges scored it 119 to 109, proving just how one-sided it was. Stevenson called it the true art of boxing, breaking opponents down without taking damage, and he delivered that principle flawlessly on the biggest stage.
Shakur Stevenson. Wow. I saw some casuals online saying that it wasn't entertaining. But if you're a boxing purist and you know what you're watching, you know that you're watching greatness. The art of hitting and not getting hit. Let me put this into perspective for you. Teofimo Lopez is a two-weight Ring Magazine champion. He is elite and he's in his prime. Shakur Stevenson went to his weight category and made him look ordinary. He is top 5 pound for pound in the world right now. And he beats anybody and everybody from 135 to 147. And I include Tank.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez Sr. placed much of the blame on his son's failure to follow their strategy. He publicly vented frustration, saying the plan was there, but Lopez didn't execute it and allowed Stevenson to take control from the opening rounds. He suggested distractions and mental lapses played a role, implying his son never truly settled into the fight. Although he congratulated Stevenson, Lopez Sr. insisted that wasn't the real version of his son in the ring.
Or he boxes because he does step back, but then he comes in and jabs and tries to counter. That's boxing, okay? But not Jermaine Ortiz, not Cyril Mellon, and then all of a sudden, if you look at the second round, Jermaine Ortiz was boxing. He was boxing my son the first round. In the second round, he gets hit with a body shot and never came back. He started running from that point.
After Stevenson completely outclassed Teofimo Lopez at Madison Square Garden, trainer Brian "Bomac" McIntyre reacted with huge praise. He called the performance a masterpiece, saying Shakur looked smooth, calm, and beautiful in the ring. Bomac said young fighters should study that bout like a boxing textbook. He pointed out how Shakur controlled everything with the jab, movement, and pure ring intelligence, leaving Lopez with no answers. When asked what it would take to beat Stevenson, Bomac bluntly said, "Honestly, you probably want to stay away from that kid."
Man, he looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful. You heard his father say in the corner, "What happened to your fast hands?" That didn't work, man.
Just overall, just given the styles and in boxing so well, was there any way that Teo could have put on a better performance, a better plan, and gotten a better result?
No, I don't think whatever he would have brought to the table would have worked, man. Shakur just got a great boxing mind. That's just it. He's got a great boxing mind, and once he put his mind to it, he's gonna get the job done.
What is it gonna take to beat someone like him?
I don't know, Brian. Probably want to stay away from that kid.
Greg Hackett was stunned by how completely Shakur took over the fight. He explained that Stevenson's timing, precision, and counters exposed every small mistake Lopez made. Hackett described it as Shakur basically shutting Lopez down inside the ring, removing his rhythm and making him unable to function offensively. Stevenson's patience and control of distance meant Lopez never found a way to apply pressure.
Stevenson put the belt to add Teofimo Lopez, right?
Yeah.
12-round sweep. I know they had it 11-1, but shit, if you watch it, 12 clean rounds.
Yeah.
What you think of the performance?
I do. It was excellent. It was. Shakur understands like what 3 minutes is. And he take full advantage of 3 minutes. He take full advantage of the ring. And he exploit whatever it is that you got bad habits at, or wherever you make your mistakes, he gonna exploit that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to beat that because no matter how hard you train, if you're not able to do what you train to do, it's almost...
So now the big question is, does this performance prove Shakur Stevenson is unbeatable at 140 pounds? Or does he need to chase even bigger names next, like Conor Ben? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.